So Stephen Hollis, many congratulations today on being awarded a honorary doctorate by the University of Warwick. How did it feel when you heard the news?
I'm still in a state of shock, if I'm honest, and I think the shock has just heightened as I've got here. But no, it's a huge honour. I'm very privileged, very humbled, and I've actually seen Warwick over the last 20 odd years, and to think that one day a body here would think I'm worthy of a doctorate is something quite special.
Well, it's like you follow it, you're here today following quite a significant career in the West Midlands. To give a breadth of it, you have been the chairman of Aston Villa, you've been the Midlands chair for KPMG, and you're currently the deputy lieutenant of the West Midlands, and amongst many other roles as well. So, what is it about the West Midlands? You've made your career here, you've made your business life here. What is it about this place?
Well, actually, I started my career here 30 odd years ago. Then my career took me overseas, so I've actually worked globally and locally. And I came back to the West Midlands about 10 years ago, and if I'm honest, it was in the economic dump. It was really in a bad state, but over the last 10 years, there's been an absolute renaissance in the Greater Birmingham, in the Greater Birmingham region, the West Midlands generally. And if you look at any economic information, this part of the UK is now the fastest growing by any measure. More jobs are being created here, inward investment, all the things that go for a good economy. And I must say, because I'm here in the Arts Centre and I've just driven around to find a car parking space, this place, Warwick University, has been an absolute engine for growth. And I can remember Kumar Bhattacharya back in the late 2000s after the financial crash. If it wasn't for Kumar and the Warwick Manufacturing Group, this country would not have a manufacturing base. There's been an absolute renaissance, and that is wholly down to this place. And if you roll forward to now, Warwick, it's just such a key part of the Midlands economy. And I'm really proud to be here and being honoured as I am.
Well, as you say, we're in the Warwick Arts Centre, which was currently being, never closing, but being redeveloped for 2021, which Coventry will be the UK City of Culture. You mentioned Professor Lord Kumar Bhattacharya, obviously sadly passed away earlier this year, and on campus we have the quite large Professor Lord Kumar Bhattacharya building, home of the National Automotive Innovation Centre. So, would you say for someone who's graduating today and they're thinking about where do they want to develop their career, is it sort of one of those ones we forget how important the West Midlands is, how much there is going on here, and how much we think of London, we think of Manchester, sometimes Glasgow, whatever it may be? Do you think sometimes it's overlooked?
If you'd have asked me that question 10 years ago, most definitely. Asking me that question now, in the middle of July in Warwick, we now have the fastest growing and the youngest population in Europe. And there's a reason. This place is really popular, so the retention rates from high quality universities like this in the region has never been higher. The quality of life is better, the opportunities are better. You may have seen in a poll, I think it was last week, the professional services community in this region is the happiest in the UK. And it's a package. There is so much to do in this region. People know what it's like living in London. It's an absolute crown jewel for us in the UK. But career-wise, actually, you can carve as successful a career here as you can in London, New York, Shanghai. And I've worked in all places. I can say that with confidence.
And did you think, you talk about that career and the breadth of roles you've done, when you yourself, left higher education out into the world, did you ever expect the career that you've had?
Not a chance, no. No, I wanted to be a pilot. and British Airways at the time turned me down, so I had to go into the professions, which, I've been extremely lucky, having worked all over the world. And it's been an absolute privilege to see how the West Midlands has, as I say in my speech, it's actually found its mojo again. This is a vibrant part of the United Kingdom. It's a vibrant part of Europe. One of the boards I chair is a HS2 board. And what we're seeing through the HS2 redevelopment and the plans, again, is economic regeneration on an unparalleled scale. This part of the United Kingdom will be the biggest building site in Europe. And that is attracting inward investment from all over the world.
And thinking about those, when you give your speech and graduating alongside you today from the university, if you were to give them sort of one piece of advice, if they wanted to be the next Stephen Hollis, what would it be?
Well, let me just say, I am going to say, because I've come across a number of graduates in this place over many years, I think graduates from Warwick are really special people. They've been immersed in an ecosystem which is unique. And the only piece of advice I would give is just get stuck in, just apply it, do it. You are amongst the best in the world, and boy, does the world need you at the moment.
Stephen Hollis, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations again on receiving your honorary doctorate today.
My pleasure, thank you.